Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about this. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about rumors. Let's talk about facts.
We gon' talk about life. We gon' talk about death. Romance, finances, generational wealth.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome
Welcome to
Let's
Talk About It.
I am your host, Marcia E. Dudley.
And I am Ethoia Lewis.
Well, welcome.
Come on in. Come on in.
So let me find it.
First of all, how everybody doing?
I feel like we got to find one of those, like how Wendy Williams goes.
How you doing?
So we're gonna have to find something that's like our thing.
You just do it the way you do it, because the way you do it, you even got the baby doing it.
Well, that's my natural talk.
I know. Your natural can be a gimmick for us.
You ain't gonna do me. All right, so y'all, we have a really good. Well, we always have really good subjects, but tonight we are talking about addiction, and I just think it's befitting because with everything that is going on, we just lost a
Legend.
Yes, and it was a little. That kind of hurt me. I was like, dang. But then I was listening to everybody. It's like you don't appreciate a person in their craft, in their
Contribution
yes,
to our lives, because anytime you stop,
yes, real brothers, all of that, and it's just like, oh dang. And then when you go back and you listen to all their stuff, because I didn't even know he was out there preaching and talking about God and stuff like that. I didn't even know any of that.
Well, he was being tormented by his demons.
Yes,
and he put it in his music, in his visuals, so we can kind of see, what he was struggling with.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. And it's just like, but my biggest thing is that, dang, I don't think we valued him
enough. We didn't give him his flowers enough.
Yeah,
and he was a great actor as well.
Yeah, he
great
really
actor.
Was.
Very believable in everything he's ever.
He sure was. He definitely was. I had sent you that video about Master P was talking about how, we, or not we, but hip hop failed him, and that, they didn't do enough to help him with his addiction. And so I actually want to open up with that. I want to talk about that.
Okay, well, let's identify what addiction is.
Yes, that's good. So we'll start there.
Okay. Addiction is defined as a chronic relapsing disorder characterized by compulsive drug or other things, drug seeking, continued use despite harmful consequences, and long-lasting changes in the brain. It is considered both a complex brain disorder and a mental disorder or illness.
Oh, wait a minute. It's say it again. A complex what?
It is considered both a complex brain disorder, a disorder in the brain, and mental illness.
Addiction? Gosh. Okay. I didn't know it was that. I didn't know that. I didn't know it said that.
Wait, why wouldn't you know that it was a mental illness?
Listen.
Because the chemicals that the whatever drug you're using is causing it.
Yes, but girl, that means it's a bunch of it's a bunch of crazy people walking around here. Because let me tell you, we all have a struggle And then I even said it's when that struggle becomes too, you allow that struggle to consume you and it becomes an addiction. Well,
Right.
do you know how many people that are addicted to shopping, addicted
Hmm.
to food,
Yeah,
addicted
that's the
to
reason
just
why I said
drugs?
it's gonna be other things that we're gonna have to discuss within this topic because there are other things that people get addicted to.
But who really thinks that that's like a mental disorder?
Well, something is mentally wrong with you when you spend all your money every time. Okay, well, okay. Let's talk about
Let's do it.
identifying some different things that a person could be going through just to see if, like, okay, they're displaying this or they're doing that, and it's a constant something. So let's identify things that you would see in an addict.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay. If it was an adolescent and someone in school, then they may have difficulty in school,
Mm-hmm.
grades declining,
Mm-hmm.
started hanging around with a whole different type of crowd.
Mm-hmm.
That's in adults and adolescents.
Yeah.
Just start doing things that's totally not
Out of the
them.
norm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
For adults, work performance, they not doing nothing at work. They done forgot everything every day, late, just a whole bunch of chaos.
You ever?
Not regular CP time. The C is not colored. The C is
Okay.
cracked.
That was good.
Okay, we laughing.
Oh Lord, yeah, we
But
addiction.
see,
Yeah.
okay, so let me do my disclaimer. Because sometimes I forget to do my disclaimer. I laugh to keep from crying on a lot of stuff. And I use humor as a coping mechanism. And it's kind of addictive. It just doesn't take away from my everyday
Lord,
life.
forgive me. Okay.
Okay, get serious, Toya. Get serious. Okay, so poor work performance,
Mm-hmm.
their physical appearance. You see them beginning to lose weight because they lose their appetite.
That's a lie right there. Okay.
Is it?
Which addiction is that?
Drugs.
Oh, okay. Drugs. Okay, never mind. I thought you something. Go on. I'm sorry.
I told you drugs was the first thing that we was talking about,
I'm
and then we were
sorry.
in the middle of that.
It's that it's that imbalance in my head.
Drugs is a serious thing.
No, not drugs.
I'm just saying drugs is a serious thing.
Okay, come on.
Okay, we said physical appearance,
Mm-hmm.
altered behavior, snappy, moody,
Yes.
doing the most unnecessarily. I don't know. Altered behavior, like being private about all kinds of stuff. Changes in their relationships. Like I said, they start hanging with different people. The crowd that they are with are now suspicious. Like, oh, I don't know about that person. I don't know about this person.
And I think this is really good for those, especially those who have children in high school and in college. These are things that you definitely need to be looking for, because so many times we try to monitor everything our children are doing, but you can't monitor everything, so you have to be able to look for those different signs of whatever.
And especially when they're in college, because kids in college, they do a lot of experimenting, and no matter how many times we tell them as they're growing up, don't do drugs, and they see people who are on drugs real bad, and they still get convinced some way, shape, form, or fashion that this is what they want to do.
Yeah.
And it's not. But it's usually with their social setting. So be aware of the people that your children are surrounding themselves with, and the good people that was in their lives, and adults. If they're no longer in their lives, that's a good indicator that they changed drastically.
Okay, so I have a question. So do you tell your kids, oh, don't smoke? You tell your kids don't smoke and don't drink, okay? But I feel like I've always been more of a realistic parent. And the reason why I'm realistic is because I smoked weed, and I drank in high in not in high well, in high school and college.
I drank. I'm supposed to stop, but I can't. I I'm sorry, y'all. I am triggered all the time by a song.
but it's like we have to keep a little humor because
Yeah.
we have to. But
Yeah.
I feel like most parents though, you send your kids off to college and you say, hey, don't you smoke, don't drink, don't do this. 9 times out of 10, I'm not gonna lie to you, they're gonna do it. So me, I felt like I had to tell her smart stuff. Like for instance, when I was in college, I hung around the wrong crowd, and I think I either smoked some weed laced with crack or some weed laced with embalming fluid. Okay, now had I smoked some really, really bad, my cousin.
Well, why did you think that? What happened?
I
Tell the story. Let the good people know about drugs and the harmful side effects.
I went to a party and I remember I got a cup. I was drinking. I Everybody was sitting in a circle and they were smoking weed. He was like, come on, smoke some weed or whatever. And I kept saying, why does that weed stink so bad? I said, is that some hay weed or something? I was just being funny. I said, why does it stink? And they just started laughing. He said, just smoke it. It's okay. Just smoke it. And so I remember taking a puff and they went around and I kept saying, oh, this weed is stinking. I said, I've never smelled anything like this. I took a second puff and that's all I remember. The next morning I woke up. My 2 friends, one of them was in the Black Wealth Ambassadors group. She can attest. They found me face down in my apartment. They thought when they got there, they thought I was dead because I was face down, and I had vomited. My face was in vomit, and I woke up the next day, and they told me that they came and got me, and they rescued me. And so I tell Janaya, I said, I know you're gonna do something, but if you see people that are smoking weed and it stinks and it does not smell like real weed, I said, don't smoke it because there's no telling what could be in that weed.
So since that was your advice, so I got a whole nother question because you said that was your advice. So did you tell her what good weed smelled like? Did you show her? Like, because if you don't like the smell of weed, period, it stink regardless. So y'all had to sit down and smoke weed so she could.
No,
I
would never smoke weed with my baby. I would never.
I'm just trying to figure out how do you know that the weed is stink? Because all weed stinks to me. Like
no. So let me tell you, when we was in California and we were walking on the pier, she smelled what weed smells. She's like, Mama, that is weed. I said, yes. That's weed.
No, she wasn't saying that's weed. Like, oh, is that what it smelled like? She was saying, man, somebody got some good stuff over there.
No, she better not. And even now, I better not find out that but I don't even talk to her about it. The only thing I told her is that if it stinks, don't smell it. And the thing is, she doesn't smell weed. I got family members that smoke weed. She know what weed smell like.
Right,
okay?
right.
Weed.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Know.
I just wanted you to put that out there for the people so they don't be trying to call CPS or whoever.
Ain't nobody smoking no weed. Look here, don't play with me.
Oh no, Carlos. Next one. Lack of energy, because we were talking about identifying when someone may have a drug addiction. Lack of energy, constantly spending money and borrowing money and stealing and pawning stuff and just getting rid of everything that they own.
Then smoke my TV.
Where's Mama TV? I smoked it.
Gator!
I'll do it.
Oh God, please forgive me. We gotta stop.
Okay, issues with financial management. I'm gonna need you to pull it together. Changing the appetite, lost weight. I talked about that. Constantly having bloodshot eyes. Poor skin tone. I mean, unless you like me and just got thin everything. And they just look ran down. And you know that's not them. When someone's appearance begins to change, you have to question it.
Well, let me tell you, you can't hide from meth because you get the meth sores, that meth mouth, and all of that.
So, hello, people. We got 6-7 people out here watching with us. Do y'all know of anyone who
Smoke crack.
do drugs? Not necessarily smoking crack, because marijuana can be addictive too. It's an addiction. Marijuana is an addiction, whether you want to believe it or not. It's been proven that marijuana is.
Anything is an addiction, Toya. And see, let me tell you.
But we're talking about drugs, even pain relievers,
Yes.
opioids.
Okay, so yes, we need to talk about this opioid. That goes with the opioid.
I'm not just talking about cocaine, crack, whatever. I'm not just talking about that. I'm talking about all drugs, over the counter, under the counter, in the counter, around the corner, all of it.
And then we have this whole opioid epidemic going on right now. And it's a lot of our doctors. Our doctors
are part of the problem.
Yes, look what happened to Michael Jackson.
Prince.
Yes. These people were helped into the grave. Instead of saying, you know what? I care about your health and I can't do this anymore. And either you're going to get some help or I'm going to expose you.
Okay, Carlos says a lot of people, like NFL players, start off with no ill intent to get hooked, but it happens quite often because they're constantly in pain, and that's the only thing that's relieving their pain. But there's a point where you have to get some, to taper them off of it. Okay, so your pain shouldn't be that. Oh, we need to do something else, to some type of surgery. You have to do something to get them to where they're not dependent on pain relievers.
Yeah. And I have a question for our audience. Do you think that it was like the people that are around these celebrities, do you think it's their responsibility? Do you think that they're more at fault? That like some of our great celebrities have died, like Whitney Houston, Michael Jackson, Prince, DMX.
Well, I think as far as Whitney, because I watched, did you watch Bobby Brown on Red Table Talk? See, as far as Whitney, I feel like Whitney was already, she was already doing what she was doing prior to meeting Bobby Brown, although everybody thought he got her hooked, but her brother came out and said that he introduced her and she was already using. But it wasn't people around her, because when Bobby decided to quit, he tried to get her to quit too, but she didn't want to. That's what she wanted. Like, she was already hooked when they got married. So I think because it's a mental issue, it's not the people around. I mean, if the people around you got you started on it, but keeping you on it, that's on you. And if you don't get the help that you need, then even George Floyd, they're using his drug addiction as reasons on why he's dead right now. And I just find it to be really, really sad.
Yeah. I don't think that the people around them are to blame, because I sit here and I think about, we're all of us, every person, we know somebody who has been on drugs or is on drugs, and we know this, and it's like you can only do so much to help a person, and it's like you start feeling like your hands are tied. I sit here and I think about all of my cousins. I have cousins who smoke, do drugs, and on some real bad drugs. And it's like you talking to them, you praying for them, all this type of stuff. But you can't tie them down and say, hey, you're not, it's like your hands are tied. And I think that's what those people with celebrities, like that are with these celebrities. The only thing about them though is because they are in the public light, they don't want that negativity. So I would have to threaten them and say, you're either gonna get some help or we're going to expose this thing. And
Some of them don't even care about that.
well, I'm gonna tell you now, if it's my baby, God knows I ain't gonna lie to nobody. If it was my child, I swear to God, and you ain't supposed to swear. If I don't tie her down in a room with some, I'm tying her down, okay? And we're gonna do the exorcism. It's gonna be a whole. She ain't leaving. I'm gonna get a doctor in there. And look here, I need you to monitor her heartbeat. We need to do all this, but she ain't leaving about this room until. Uh, she ain't even about this room until she is clean, and then after that,
I mean, but once they get clean, now
she
the
needs
work
no therapy.
the work
Yes.
has to begin. That's
Yes.
just getting clean is just a little stuff, baby stuff.
I get it, but if
There's a whole life that she has to live without you holding her down.
I get that part.
So
But
she
needs
would
some
have
therapy.
she would have to be strong enough to even when they go to therapy, if they're not going willingly, is they just sitting in there going through the motions, waiting and waiting and waiting. That not just drugs, alcohol as well.
Yeah, and to me, that's why like I pour so much into Janaya, and I'm going to do the same thing for Gianna because I don't want them being that weak. I don't want something in their life causing them to think that they need to replace something for something else.
Okay, Travis says, don't forget about the lean. Many people drink that and are addicted to it.
Pimp
Many
C.
artists promote drug use and selling drugs as something that the youth should want to do.
Papa
There
Molly.
there has to be more responsibility when you have a large platform.
I
With
agree.
great power comes great responsibility. That is
I
so
agree.
true.
Travis, I completely and 110% agree with you. I just thought I popped the Molly and I'm woo. Do you know?
Yeah, because they glamorize it. They glamorize alcohol. They glamorize drugs. They glamorize sex.
Yeah.
They glamorize all of that. But if we didn't buy it, they wouldn't glamorize it. It wouldn't be what they glamorize. People talked about Will Smith when he first came out as far as being a rapper or whatever, because he wasn't thug.
He didn't cuss.
He talked about summertime, summer. Like parents just don't understand. Like he was talking about stuff that meant something to people for real, no matter where you were in the world, no matter what social class you was with. Yeah, parents just don't understand. I just want to go out here and act a fool, and they want me to be home.
Mm-hmm.
Like kids could relate to that.
Yeah.
But because he in Miami and doing the shimmy and stuff. Welcome to Miami. Hey, puppy. Y'all don't pay me no mind. Y'all know I ain't got no dang sense. But seriously, so sex, drugs, all that. Poor little Wayne.
Man. You know what? Somebody posted and said,
sipping on scissors.
I hope that little Wayne saw this and that he gets the help that he needs. And he drinks lean so much, what they say he had one more seizure, she gonna die. And then they should have saw when Pimp C died drinking lean.
I don't understand addiction, and I guess it's more so because I've never put myself in the situation. Okay, so let me confess to something. I love Marsha's reactions to the things that I say. Okay, so I told her today, I said, Marsha, let me tell you what I've realized. Remember this conversation in my kitchen? Yeah. And I said, I realized that I've drunk more alcohol since I've been here in this town than I've ever in my entire life. My entire 43 years of living, never had this much alcohol before. Now, it's not a whole bunch of alcohol, but I find myself every other weekend somewhere with a cup to my lips, and it's stuff I don't really need to have. I don't know why. It's so unlike me. But
So do you have an addiction?
oh, I know it's not an addiction
Oh,
because I can say no to it and not drink for the rest of this year and wouldn't be bothered by it. But I feel like I've gone through so much, and that's how it starts. When you start going through something
yeah.
and that's your coping mechanism.
Mm-hmm.
And alcohol leads to depression and all kind of other things to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Because you asked me a question, you was like, have you cried about?
Yeah.
And I said, no. I feel like I hope I'm not becoming immune to what's going on in my life. And if I am, that's sad.
I don't think so. I think that sometimes people have to process things in their own way, and sometimes people want you to process it now, and it may not hit you until your plane touched down where you're going, and then you are in that environment, and you can feel that spirit, and you can feel other people's spirit pulling on your spirit, and then all of a sudden you over there crying. You know what I'm saying? You don't know. And that's why I just asked. And if you haven't, cool. But then you'll process it. But at one point in time, regardless of whatever, you're going to have to process it. And whenever that happens, it's going to happen. So, yeah.
Well, we're going to have this girls' night tomorrow because I need to drink.
I don't drink.
I'm just kidding. Ha ha, jokey joke. I'm just playing. Just thought I'd throw out some of my personal humor, Okay. So a little tidbit for you guys. Over 20 million people in America struggle with addiction. And it's the third largest cause of death. But many don't get the help that they need. So once you have identified that someone has an addiction, you need to talk to them, help them try to seek professional help. Because I'm not a professional. You can talk to me until you blue in the face. All I can advise you is to go find someone who specializes in addiction to help you. Some AA group.
I have when we get through, I have to wrap it up, how to overcome addiction.
Okay. More than 2/3 of the people with addiction abuse alcohol. So if they're popping pills and doing all that other stuff, then 2/3 of the time that they're also abusing alcohol. Or they only abuse drugs, and then when they try to come clean from the drugs, they go to another what is it called? Another
Codependency.
Yeah, that too. The top 3 drugs causing addiction: marijuana, opioids, and cocaine.
Yeah, everybody
marijuana.
Everybody smokes weed. Like, no, that's a lie. Marijuana ain't never.
That's from the earth. God put this here for us. No, that's not what was supposed to happen. Any chemical that causes problem with your brain to where you're not functioning the way he wants you to function, and you're not thinking clearly, when you're hallucinating, you think he wants that for you in your life? You're wrong. That's not what he wants. Sorry. Don't put that on my man. It's like, gee, my man.
Okay. No, I'm not even gonna dispute you. Go on.
Dispute what? What's there to dispute?
You said marijuana. What was the other one?
Opioids, pain relievers.
Yes.
And cocaine.
Yeah. But I think this meth stuff is like,
I'm just saying the top 3, maybe it's 4. I don't know nothing about none of this stuff. I could have said marijuana and used all that as a marijuana. I don't know. I truly don't. Now I know about some Percocets and that type of stuff. Oh, my back. I need a Percocet.
I ain't saying anything.
What?
Nothing.
You know, I hate when you do this.
Mm-mm.
Sometimes we have to realize when we are talking about it, we have to talk about it. Even if it's like not my opinion, this is just something that I heard, or this is something someone said. You can say it. That's why we're here. We're here to talk about it.
I know a lot of people that be liking them pills.
I mean, it can become addictive.
Mhm.
It's one of the top 3. Now I don't have any more notes, so everything else.
All right, we're gonna talk about other addictions.
Okay.
We only
Sometimes
talked about,
people, Travis, he just said something. Sometimes people start with a substance as a coping mechanism or a way to mask something that they are going through. That's what I was just saying. Or that had happened in the past. This can be trauma in their life, pain, or just a need to feel some enjoyment they may not get when they are not under the influence of whatever they are addicted to. Yup. And that's usually how that works. Someone passed. I don't even want to feel the pain of them leaving, so I'm just going to drink it away.
Yeah.
You was in a car accident. You messed up your back. The only thing that's helping you relax or be able to cope doing your everyday stuff is some drug, some pain reliever that they've given you. And so 2-3 months into it, you like, my back still hurt, even if your back don't hurt.
Yeah.
And then you start bouncing from doctor to doctor, hospital to hospital, trying to get this drug because they done cut you off over here.
Mm-hmm.
That's when it's now a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Carlos says, but like Marsha said earlier, there are so many addictions such as food, sex, pain, and so much more. Yeah, we were going to get to those other things. Shopping. She was talking about shopping addiction earlier.
Yeah, shopping. And then I think I think there's two big addictions that a lot of people don't talk about. We just sweep it on the rug. Is sex addiction and food addiction. And I think that with food addiction, it can be masked. It's like you let that one go up on the radar and you just chomp it up as all bad habits and stuff like that. And then even with sex, I had to go to therapy for sex. I did because I
getting too much of it or not getting any. I need to know. I need more details.
It's not funny, Toya.
I need more
details.
I have questions.
I was addicted to porn, and
well, that's what I was going to talk about. Is porn considered a sex addiction? Because when you're watching it, that's a mental thing. Like you're seeing it, you're not doing it. So there's a difference, right?
Yes.
In performing it and then just watching it.
Maybe I was looking at it and performing it.
Okay. I don't know.
We're gonna leave it alone. But I'm saying that's a big thing, and you do. I went to therapy, but hold on here. But it was because of being hurt, being young and being hurt and trying to I think that you start doing things because you're trying to mask the pain of something else. And so I was trying to mask the pain of a failed marriage, and I'm young and I got a baby now. And
that's what Travis was saying about masking to get over something else.
I did. I went and got some help.
But you have to, like I said, you have to identify the problem and want to seek help, because sometimes it's not necessarily an addiction. It's just a real bad habit.
I mean, I had a bunch of videos like
I don't know. I still wouldn't say it's an addiction. Because Kurt Franklin had an addiction to
most
porn.
women don't have an addiction to porn, okay? We just look at porn, we just do this, whatever. No, I probably looked at it every single day. Like
that was your soap opera.
Yeah, and whenever I had like downtime, it was like immediately, like all night. There was times I would binge just looking at it all night long.
Jesus.
Yes, I was in New Mexico. I had no family.
Carlos, you are so stupid. Talking about Marsha might be one of the women in the Zane book.
But I was away from my family. I had no family. I was in Las Cruces, New Mexico. I had no exactly. I had no family.
Nothing in New Mexico.
Exactly. And I was going through something. I was going through some bad stuff. And I got hooked on one thing, and then the next thing you know, I got hooked on alcohol. I would when Jania's dad would get home, time he would walk through the door, I would walk out the door, leave that baby with him. I wouldn't come. I don't even know how I was getting back home. I was driving home every night drunk.
Okay, but I don't think that you had an addiction.
It's addiction.
No, Marsha, it's not an addiction. The reason why I say that is because you function, unless you are a very highly functioning alcoholic.
I ain't talking about the alcohol. I drank every night, but
that's what I'm saying. I don't think your drinking was an addiction.
No. But the porn was, and I'm telling you, I felt like it was consuming my life. And I went and got some help. I went and talked to a therapist, and
well, the eyeball is the gateway.
Yeah. That's probably
so.
I'm starting to think. I probably be telling too much about myself. So these people probably don't even know me, and so they got this like perception of what they think I am.
Well, let me tell you guys something. Stop thinking about what she is or she isn't.
I don't care.
She's my friend, so that's all that matters.
I think I was like, you need a new friend.
Hey, listen. Listen,
this is what I'm gonna take Jesus heals.
Won't he do it?
Yes, he will.
Mm-hmm.
But I did, and I went and I had to get help and talk to somebody and talk all that through. And I had to realize it was because of rejection in my marriage that I felt like I had to do different stuff.
Elaborate.
Mm-mm.
When I say elaborate, I mean like you said because you were being rejected in your relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So because your then husband
mm-hmm.
wasn't giving you the attention that you were supposed to receive or was looking for, you decided to just watch it somewhere else.
It's more complex than all of that.
Well, I figured it had to be.
It's more complex.
No, that's what I was like explaining. But okay, got it.
Yeah, but I did. I got help for it.
Okay.
I went and saw Jesus.
Oh,
yes, it's the truth.
Well, that's good. You knew that you had a problem, and you went and got help.
I'll tell you the details when we get off of here.
Okay, Lord, you don't have to. Got it.
Okay.
Okay, so shopping. I wish Devin was on here for this because I swear she's a shopaholic.
Oh, you and your husband have that. Yeah, you allow all them Amazon boxes to be outside your house.
Wait, first of all, he be fussing at me and his name be on.
Yeah. I need y'all to get therapy. It's an Amazon box, at least 2 or 3.
But hold on. That's COVID. I'm gonna tell you the reason why. Because we would rather order something online than to go out and buy it. So why you couldn't just go get a car cover at the doggone Walmart? Because you don't want to go in that section. You would rather just order it and get here tomorrow.
Toy, y'all be having like 12 boxes outside y'all house.
That's not true. The Lord don't like.
It was a box outside today. No, what was that? Yesterday. I'm telling you.
It was. My name wasn't on it.
It was Carlos.
It wasn't my name. Now, Fashion Nova might be a little addiction for me.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not, because I did very well last year in ordering from because I wasn't going anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of helped me to not place orders. Like I went almost a whole year of not ordering anything.
That was good. Then you should did.
Mm-hmm. And then once I ordered again, that was it. Boom. Every other week, I got one.
Do you have an addiction?
I don't know if that's it.
So I think that a lot of people that do have the shopping addiction, there's the ones who have like the major credit card debt. And I think that that's one sign that you should look, if you are constantly trying to find a credit card or money so that you can do more shopping. And a lot of people shop just so that they can mask something else that's going on. And all addiction is
I just want to be fabulous.
There's a deeper root to something. It's just an
Because
issue
I
that
wasn't
you're
able
having.
to be fabulous when I was a kid. I had to wear hand-me-downs. I can buy my own clothes now. It's no deeper issue than that.
Yeah.
I love me.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that would be considered an addiction.
Do you think you have an addiction?
Because if I ain't got no money, I ain't crying about it. I'm not trying to flip through 50 different cars to see which one to go through.
Try this one. No. Oh, try this one. Try this one.
Babe. No, that's not me. I feel like that's when you should realize that it is an addiction. I don't have to borrow and steal. What about stealing?
Yes.
Some people have an addiction to stealing.
Yes. Yes. I think that's part of that whole.
What's the word for it?
Kleptomaniac. Maniac. Because it's something wrong with the brain.
I don't even need this pencil. I don't do work.
Yeah.
Just stealing.
I can't stand people that steal. I hate to say that, but
I can't either.
I can't.
Listen, every time Carlos be like, "Oh, you'll take like today." I'm telling our business, babe. And he was like, "Did you see all those ones I had over there?" So some stripper was supposed to get them. I guess she didn't get them. I was like, no. He was like, oh, because if you'd saw him, I'm pretty sure you'd have took them. I'd be so offended by when he says stuff like that. That's why I be so offended. Because I don't like that's stealing. And that's what I tell him. That's stealing.
Yeah.
I'm not.
I can't stand stealing.
I mean, if I see it and I pick it up, I'm gonna tell you, look, I took your money. So I don't feel like it's stealing because I told you. Mm-hmm. I feel like if I tell you something, then that's what it is. I didn't steal it. I took it, but I didn't steal it. Stealing is okay. The thing about stealing is you're going behind someone's back doing something and being deceptive as to not tell them. Uh-huh. So that's the reason why I say it like that. Okay. Now I don't know what the true definition of stealing is, other than taking something that does not belong to you. Mm-hmm. But I feel like the deception behind it all is the problem. Mm-hmm. When you're being deceitful,
yeah.
God, oh my God, I'm about to have a heart attack. Because I get so pissed about it.
Oh,
I get so pissed. I don't know why I be getting angry. I feel like I want to go home and hit Carlos telling me that he thought I would go take it. Do I ever just take your money? No, if I take it out your wallet, hey babe, I got that 100. It was sitting right there looking like it needed to be spent. But I don't just steal.
Listen, that really bothered you.
Yeah.
He
it's not the first time he's done that. And I look at him like, that's what you always say, what's mine is yours. It is. What are you talking about? Just saying. Oh, God.
You don't
okay, I let you know after the fact. So who steals something and then let the people know? That's not stealing. You can't take this. He sees that I'm frustrated by it.
Oh my God.
He sees that I'm frustrated. I just don't like that.
Okay, so you don't want to be called a thief.
No.
Carlos, can you please not call her a thief? Because I think
you know you'll take some. What? If I take it, I'm gonna let you know. Even when I sip out your drink. Try Jesus, don't try me. Yes, that's one of my words of wisdom as well.
Why is your phone
I don't know
moving?
why it's not moving. I don't know what happened.
Oh my God.
Okay, here
You're
we go.
so funny. Y'all are funny.
No, it's just because I know people who steal. I have relatives that like steal, grown people that steal. And it's like, come on, really? Why you couldn't just say, hey, I'm on hard times and I ain't gonna ask to borrow it because I know I ain't gonna give it back. Can you give me, you know? What's your saying, Greg? What is so funny?
Because I can't wait till you get home.
I'm gonna video call you so you can see what's happening in my household. No, seriously, stealing is
This
just,
has made you mad.
yeah.
Mhm.
You can feel the vibe. You
Yes.
can feel it off me,
I can
right?
feel it. It's like,
Don't steal.
she said,
I
I got my
hate.
own.
I don't want nobody to steal nothing from me.
She said, I got my own money.
Mhm.
We know you got money. If I don't know nothing else, I know you got some money.
Well, I ain't got money like that, but what I do have is integrity when it comes to stuff like that. Like, I don't want to steal from you because I wouldn't want you to steal anything from me.
Yeah.
Now, if we both walking and something fell out your pocket and I didn't realize it fell out your pocket and I find it on the ground, it's mine now.
Okay, speaking of money, did you see last week that a whole bunch of money was that somebody was throwing money
Yes.
off of? Girl, let me tell you something.
I don't know where that was at, but I sure wish I could have been in that area.
Oh my God, I was driving. I said, Lord, I kept trying to find the address.
We gonna get some of this money.
I said,
But you know,
Lord.
when people do stuff like that, they're trying to cause accidents.
Well, I tell you one thing, they was gonna cause accidents
Because I was gonna be right out there in the middle of the street.
I promise you. I kept trying to find the address, and then I was so upset. I couldn't find any information. People were going live. We got money there. It's coming out.
I don't know what's wrong with this thing. It's not. Oh my God, I'm gonna just log off.
Oh my God, Greg said you stole from Heinz.
I'm not even gonna entertain this idiot. I'm not even gonna entertain this idiot.
So are you getting upset because
I am not gonna entertain
so were you
him.
getting upset because of them talking about stealing? Because do we need to do a whole intervention or something? Who is Heinz?
What are you talking about, Greg? Oh, okay. So David says I had a making kid addiction. What?
No, baby, you had the same addiction that I had. Sorry.
You and Keita got that same addiction.
Yes.
We already knew y'all was freaky and
y'all had
nasty.
the same addiction that I had.
From when you was kids.
Yeah. Look, it's okay. You just had the same. You and Keita just.
But
had
this
the same
is the
addiction
good
that I
part,
had.
David. This is the good part. Y'all are still together with y'all addiction.
Oh my God.
It's hard. It's hard to do that now. You did that. Staying with the same addicted person. Mm-hmm. Y'all did that one.
No, you just got the same addiction that I had. It's all right.
We work well together.
Oh.
I don't know why it keeps doing that whole thing where I have to go out and come back in. So sad. Okay, next addiction. What's the next addiction? What are some addictions that you guys know about?
Or you have suffered with? Who wants
to be bold and tell the truth
say,
about an addiction?
I was addicted to something.
I'm a diabetic and I'm addicted to sugar.
And did you know that sugar is more? That sugar is more addictive than cocaine. That it gives you the same euphoric feeling as cocaine. Did you know that?
Same A1C too.
I'm not gonna. I'm telling you, I feel like
I am addicted for real. Like I know I try to not. I don't suffer from like the cakes. I can bake cakes and bake cookies all day, every day, and not be bothered by any of it.
Mhm.
But you put some fruit in front of me, and I'm supposed to only have a hand palm full. No, I'm about to eat the whole thing. Oh, it's horrible.
You got
A big bowl of just. It's not good for me either, but I can't help it. I'd be like, I crave that. I need to do some detoxing or something.
Let's see, fruit addiction. It's probably called apophiliac.
6 to 8 Cokes a day. I should have known that was you, Carlos.
Who said that?
Carlos said he used to be addicted to Coca-Cola.
I was about to say, Lord.
He used to drink 6 to 8 a day. Candy bars. Greg addicted to candy bars. Candy addiction. I think Carlos might be addicted to candy bars and stuff, sweets too.
I was addicted to sweets. Oh, yeah,
Because it's so annoying to me. The Coke vanilla was the bomb. What are some other addictions? Come on, you guys. What was that addiction we were talking about earlier? Oh my God. Not stealing. I don't want to talk about that one no more. Alcohol, porn, shopping, sex.
Eating. And then eating disorders. That's an addiction.
That's what I was going to talk about when y'all was talking. I forgot. Thank you for bringing that back up. When y'all were talking about the food addiction. I feel like it's addiction to throw up after, what is it called? Bulimic? Being bulimic.
Anorexia, nervosa.
I feel like that can be an addiction as well. Like I ate, but I have to stick my finger down my throat.
Oh, somebody said video games and social media. I agree.
Travis.
Those are probably the biggest things that are making its way to an addiction.
Yeah. Buying cars.
Oh man, yeah.
Greg, you gotta have money to buy cars. So I don't know about how much of an addiction that is.
That might be y'all addiction. It's 22 cars out there in front of y'all yard.
They're all paid for and they were all purchased at different points in our lives. We just know how to take care of our stuff. And I feel like people shouldn't be on us about taking care of our stuff.
I completely agree, but there is 22 cars out there.
And there's going to be another one when Akil come back home.
So y'all may have a car addiction.
GTA. What's that?
GTA?
Madden and GTA. David.
What's that?
I don't know. Don't do it, Marsha. Don't do it.
GTA?
I don't know. David, what's GTA?
Madden.
It's probably something we should know. Every 2 years, I buy a new car.
Oh,
2 years doesn't make it an addiction.
No.
Now, if you said every 3 to 6 months, I'd be like, okay, you play too much.
I would know what GTA is.
David better come back to tell us something. Grand Theft Auto. Oh.
I'm up there like, I thought that was like.
See, because we don't play games, so we don't know what that is. I should have known, though. Dang it. Dang it, we missed it. Uh-huh.
Get that ass. I didn't know what it was.
That's a good one. Considering the baby making. David, Marsha said she thought it was get that arse because of the stuff you said earlier.
I don't know.
That's so funny. Okay, what are some other addictions? I like when people talk about their addictions. These people ain't addicted to nothing. Greg, are you addicted to drugs?
Did you just call him out like that?
No. See, Greg get cannabis. Do you still get it? I'm just trying to figure out. Can I get some edibles? Somebody told me, did you try to call him out? No, I wasn't calling him out. Greg tells his business all the time, so I don't think he has no filter on his life. He feels like he can put it out there and it's okay.
Watching TV is definitely an addiction.
That I might be addicted to.
Yeah, you are. You watch all the shows. You watch all the shows.
And I'm always recording stuff. Oh, I'm gonna see it, even if I can't see it right now.
But let's go back to the social media one. I think that social media is becoming an addiction for a lot of people. Do you know that there are studies that say that when a person wakes up, the first thing that they do is grab their phone and go straight to social media.
Yeah.
That is what most people do with time they get up.
I grab my phone and turn off that alarm and then go get ready for my cupcake. And then I get on social media.
They say that you're supposed to, the first 20 seconds, 20 minutes.
Wait,
minutes.
what? Greg said he watched TV from 6 a.m. to 2 a.m.
Dang. What kind of job do you have?
None.
He's retired. Oh, God. You gotta get a hobby, dude. 6 a.m. to 2 a.m.
He was going to school for all kinds of stuff. Culinary being one. 6 a.m. to 2 a.m.
So that's a lot of TV.
Now the TV might be on. I don't necessarily be watching it though.
I'm gonna send y'all a box of Cheetos.
Okay. I'm sure I will watch it. Yep, you, David. I know you do it.
I do it.
Keita does it as well. She was talking to me one day on the doggone toilet. I'm just kidding. Put my girl out there like that. I'm just kidding. Oh, Carlos definitely does it.
No, I be in there trying to think. I get my best ideas when it's on the toilet.
You and G, she gets that from you.
I'm glad she gets something from me.
She definitely gets that from you. She said, yes, ma'am, just as clear every time I was talking to her. Because the first it was, your mom. So, that's not what we're going to say because I know you know how to say yes. So we're going to start there first. Yes.
My baby.
Your mom. Yeah, I got that, Greg.
Oh, yeah, talking on the phone. That's not my addiction.
That's not an addiction. I mean,
it's an addiction.
I say it's not an addiction for me. Because I would prefer to text sometimes. Unless I'm in the kitchen and then no, we got to talk. I got to put you on speakerphone. So if you don't want me to have you on speakerphone, don't call me. Mostly every time I talk to somebody that's on speakerphone, Carlos gets so pissed. What other addictions you got?
I don't think we talked about food addiction.
Oh, cleaning.
Oh, that's OCD.
Yes.
Obsessive compulsive disorder.
Yes.
Cleaning.
I wish I had that addiction. It would make things so much easier for my spouse.
Carlos has that addiction.
He does not.
He don't. Your house is always speaking span.
But he doesn't have that addiction.
But he's always saying he's cleaning.
That's what he's saying.
I swear, you ain't gonna be able to get in the house.
See, this is Marsha be setting me up, y'all. I don't care what nobody says. She is setting me up for the okie doke every Thursday night at 7:30. From 7:30 to 8:30, she's setting me up,
No,
and I cannot take this anymore.
No.
I don't know what kind of relationship this is we got, but we're gonna have to go. We're gonna have to put some rules on it.
You all know.
No, you know I'm reckless with my tongue.
You will set me up. You'll set me up, and then you'll just. I'm like,
Carlos said he used to be addicted to CNN.
No, he still is. Oh my God.
I bet you G can tell y'all the news.
Yes. Y'all always have the news channel on. Yes. I don't know anything that's going on until I come to y'all house.
That's right. We're gonna give it to you. I think I need to start my own weather reporting and crime scenes and everything else.
We're gonna start doing commercials and let you do the weather.
Greg told me I wouldn't go home if I was you.
I'm telling you, right? You've been on one tonight.
Y'all
Oh my
crazy.
God.
Okay, it's 59. We're at 59 minutes. We done laugh. The last 30 minutes we done a
How
lot
we
of
gonna
laughing.
laugh? How we gonna laugh at?
Okay,
talking
real
about
quick,
addictions?
real quick, we're gonna talk about the food addiction because you wanted to get back on it, but I was thinking about cleaning.
No. Well, I think that it was talking about that 20 million people suffer addiction and um, drugs is like the biggest one. But I honestly believe that food is the biggest addiction. But we don't.
We're not reporting it.
Yes, all this high blood pressure, diabetes, and stuff like that. That a lot of that is caused because of food addiction.
Greg says sports.
Yeah.
Oh, a lot of people was going through it when sports wasn't happening, when they weren't playing football, when they were like when they had to watch reruns of something.
Yeah.
People were really having problems.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sharita, I was telling them that sweets is my addiction too, but it's like fruit and stuff. When I had COVID last week. Everything tastes horrible. I was so mad with every piece of fruit I ate. I was throwing stuff in the trash. So mad. I wanted to blow Walmart up. Now that's when you know you have problems.
When you call and say, "This salad is horrible," I was like, "A salad?
Disgusting." Just a thought.
Your husband said something, and then there's a laugh emoji after it. I knew. What'd you say?
I might as well ask Gigi if I can sleep with her. I gotta finish my cake. I can't. I'm working.
Oh my God.
Sharita says Toya's banana pudding cheesecake. Got him. Hey, might as well go and get people addicted to stuff I'm addicted to. Well, I'm not addicted to cakes. I can go without eating cake.
Man, I love cakes, cookies, everything. But I have gotten it under control. Okay, before we get off of here, how to overcome addiction. We talked about addiction, so I'm just going to run through them real quick. We're not even going to talk about it. I'm just going to tell you. According to this, how to overcome addiction, you have to first decide that you want to change. And then after deciding that you want to change, and this is any addiction, you have to first face your demons and decide that, hey, you know what? I want to change. There's something inside of me that needs to change. After you decide that you want to change, you need to prepare to change. A lot of times we say, oh, I'm going to change, I'm going to do this, but there's no preparation. Anything that you want to do, you have to prepare for it. So how do you prepare? You what? So how to prepare? I do want to. Oh
my God, Greg, you're fired.
I gotta put on my glasses. So to overcome addiction, you have to first again decide that you want to change. You then need to prepare to change. After you prepare to change, you it says quitting. You have to start quitting an addictive behavior. You have to seek help to quit the addictive behavior, and then you have to go start dealing with the coping with withdrawals, and then you have to put in place things to avoid relapse. So again, the very first step is deciding that or recognizing that there's a problem and you want to change. And it doesn't matter what it is. It could be food, shopping, whatever. Because if it's an addiction, it is having some type of negative effect on your life, some kind of way. It is, there is no good addiction. I don't care what it is. Even one
Greg got jokes. I promise you he has jokes. He talking about you need to get a new prescription on them glasses. And when we saw that coochie one, he said, so talk about eating coochie is an addiction.
Who said that?
Greg!
You know what? I'm not gonna do this. Did he say there ain't nothing wrong with my glasses? I just took them off and then I need to put them back on so I can read.
Okay, so was that all of the
That's it. So the main thing is decide that you want to quit.
identify the problem,
Identify the problem.
accept that you need help,
Yes. And then get
help.
get the help. And then you have to get in those groups. I know we talk about these. They have AA, they have Overeaters
Maintaining.
Anonymous, they have Shopaholics Anonymous.
one step at a time.
Yeah. But the main thing is I got an issue. And at the end of the day, there's nothing good that's going to come from this addiction.
Okay, so that's it for us tonight in the addiction department. You have anything else? I don't have anything.
I'm good.
So thank you all for joining us tonight. It's been a wonderful conversation about addiction and the different types of addiction, how we can identify those addictions, and how we move forward in helping those who have the addiction. So in our community, we so often just look at them like, oh, well, that's how so-and-so is. You know, he on that stuff real bad. No, we need to get our people help. We have to break those type of generational curses. Because if your parents doing it, then you're probably going to do it. And if you're doing it, your kids are going to do it. And then their kids. And it's just a recurring cycle. So let's do something when we see something. Okay? So call the doctor and get some help. Oh my God, I ain't gonna make it. You gotta close this out. I can't do it.
Stop, Toya. Okay, somebody said something. Read with the last thing. I can't because I can't see. Toya, read it. I can't see. Okay.
Oh my God, I can't let them see
Please. I can't see it. Hold on. It says,
cute glasses.
you know what? I ain't gonna
Greg,
take that.
you know,
All right. Thank you so much, y'all. Next week for another episode.
Let's talk about it.
Y'all have a wonderful night.
Good night, y'all. Marsha.